Welcome back to the Honey Jam podcast. I am your host, Janice, and I'm here once again with our honorary host.
I'm back.
He's back. David Jeong, everybody. Woo!
Woo!
David, we're in a very familiar setting once again. Almost feels like we never left.
Yeah, back in Korea.
Back in the Google stew.
Got my job back.
Oh, as a co-host.
Yes, as a co-host.
Jess is getting into unpacking and getting settled into her new home.
Settling into her new home.
Yeah.
Beautiful home. Big. It's like way bigger than the old space.
Yeah. She gave us a tour. She and Josh gave us a tour on FaceTime, and it's a big house getting ready for baby number 2, right?
Yep.
And I don't know, seeing her and Josh have a bigger home, like separate rooms for the kids also, it felt like they were like, what's the word? Leveling up,
Yeah.
you know, in life.
They got a
little
new dining room table, walk-in closet. Wait,
Yeah.
did they have that on their last place though? A walk-in
bit. I
closet?
don't think they had a walk-in closet,
Yeah.
but they had a really nice bathroom.
And Josh has his own separate like floor
Office.
office. Sick.
The kids.
Well,
floor-
let's not get too much into it. You know, when
Oh.
Jess comes back, she could tell you guys
Yeah.
all about it.
All right.
but-
Either way, they're doing great. But I can't imagine how crazy it was to move with a toddler and a pregnant and a belly, a full belly,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah. So we're giving Jess a break for this week. How have you been, David? What have you been up to? You know, it's almost been. How long has it been since you've been on the content creating grind?
Wait, what? As a co-host or my own thing?
Your own thing.
My own thing, it's been, oh my goodness, it's been 10 and a half months.
Already?
Yeah.
Since you left your job or since you got let go
Yeah.
and then since you started?
Oh, actually 11 months, I think.
Wow. Ever since the very first video.
Yeah.
Which is, what was the first video?
Well, I don't know, because like I started making some videos while I had a job, but then I really started once I got laid off. So
Yeah. Being more consistent.
yeah.
Would you say you're pretty comfortable now with like content creating and calling yourself an influencer?
No. I'm not an influencer.
What are you then?
I'm just some guy who makes some videos sometimes.
You're a content creator.
No.
I mean, that's your full-time job right now.
Well, it's only a job if it pays. And the money's not coming yet. So I'm just some guy who posts videos.
But you're having fun.
Nah. So, some of it's fun because I like doing it. But, you know, it's also a grind.
Yeah.
It's a
I
grind.
feel like we've been very busy these days.
Yeah.
Just content
yeah,
creating,
kind of.
cooking, cleaning.
Like when we were at home before Korea, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
when we were in the States.
Yeah.
But now we're back in Korea 2 months later.
For no reason.
Well, it's not for no
Well,
reason.
me for no reason.
Yeah, which I feel bad.
Well, it was supposed to be moral support.
And
So
you have been a very big moral support to me.
So I will say, if you're considering doing IVF in Korea,
Yeah.
just don't do it. Just do it at home, because you have to get you either have to get lucky and have everything work out back to back to back so that the
Which-
timelines match up,
Yeah.
or you have to just stay for a ridiculous amount of time. Because we were here for 3 full months last time, and then this time you're here for 2 months. But you would actually have to be here for 3 full months again and maybe not even do the second one anyway,
Right.
which is crazy. So, yeah. So, I mean, this time it looks like we were thinking about extending Janice's flight. Basically, the holdup this time is we thought, because this is what they told us last time, they just come in 2 days after your period and we'll schedule the implantation. Basically, that's like all they told us, right?
The embryo transfer, yeah.
Yeah, the transfer. But really, makes sense that that's not how it works. They have to monitor. I didn't know some lining, uterus or whatever. Some lining has to thicken enough before the transfer,
Your
And
body has to
so-
be in like this certain state.
Yeah. Because I think the one we're doing is the more natural transfer where you're just following the normal cycle instead of doing that oil-based injection thing. But anyway, so yeah, we have to monitor the thickening. So 2 days after the period, they give you some oral medication to help the thickening.
For a
And
month.
then, or is it like 10 days later?
Yeah.
Then you go back for the follow-up and see if it thickened. And
Right.
then if it thickened, then you can try. But
The actual embryo transfer surgery.
but that day that we're seeing if it thickened is the day after I leave. So originally we thought I would be here. I would be able to like support Janice until the first round worked or finished. And then I would go home. But now I'm here I guess we get to still spend some time together.
Yeah. But turns out that you are actually leaving before the process
Yeah.
actually begins.
Yeah, basically.
So you'll be here for 3 weeks total.
3 weeks total-ish, like a little bit less, yeah.
Yeah. And so sorry if all those details bored you guys, but that's our current situation.
So we got here, and then it took 3 weeks to even see if we could do it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. So our question was like, for people who are working, like full-time workers, how are they doing
Yeah.
IVF, right?
Full time, and if you don't have a remote job, you just like take medical leave for 6 months to do this. I don't know.
I mean,
Well, actually, yeah. So if it works out perfectly for you, then what you would do is 1 round of retrievals, 1 month, and then the next round you can implant. Like if everything's perfect, then it'll take 2 months.
yeah, which is what we were hoping for, which
In
is
the very
what
beginning.
it's what we were planning on. We were like, we just need 2 months and then we'll be good with 2 embryo transfers.
Yeah. And the thing about doctors in Korea is they're very direct, but it's good and bad because you don't get your hopes up. You know, they tell you that like, you know, it's not maybe not the greatest chance or
Yeah.
No, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. But also on the flip side, they tell us these timelines and very directly as if it's going to happen that way for sure. But
Yeah.
so many other variables can cause it to extend. And we've been extended so many times.
Yeah.
So
Last time we stayed for 3 months. This time I'm staying for 2 months. We really did consider though doing the second embryo transfer. That's if the first embryo transfer doesn't stick, right? If it fails. I thought, okay, maybe I'll just stay. Maybe I'll just stay for another month and a half, total of 3 months once again, to try to attempt to at least use up both embryos. But I was like, at that point, I was like, dude, I don't think I can do that because David won't be here. David's leaving earlier because he has some work to do.
yeah, it's not a boys' trip. I'm not missing the first ultrasound.
Hey. Very sensitive topic there.
Yeah.
But he
So-
has to go back to work on his content, and like, you know, him being here doesn't really help. I mean, yeah, of course you give me moral support and you did inject the shots for me. But I'm like, okay, just you should go this time because we kind of know the deal. So I was like, okay, the
And
thought
your
of
mom's here too.
and my mom is here, yes.
Yeah.
The thought of David not being here with me for 2 months, like 1 month, I was already kind of sad. Like the other day, I woke up crying because I was like, I don't want you to leave. So like that was just thinking of 1 month. And so when we saw the doctor and they said, oh, you can't get 2 embryos done. I was like I kind of broke down mentally. I was like, holy crap.
Well, that was like 10 minutes because we decided to just come home.
Yeah, 10 minutes of mental breakdown.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it sucks because it was kind of nice coming to Korea this time because it was like, all right, this is the last time we're in Korea.
Yeah.
And it's the last time we're going to be trying some kind of fertility treatment, IVF. Because if this is successful, then amazing. We have 1 or 2 babies.
Yeah.
If it's not successful, then amazing. We're done with IVF. We're done, you know.
That's true.
50K down the drain. And
Is
then
it 50K total?
I think for like everything, you know, all the IUIs, all the IVFs, the flights and stuff, yeah, it's like 50K.
Yeah. But then, you know, we could say we did our best.
Yeah, exactly. So then, but then it's at least it's over too. We could close that chapter and then just spend the rest of our days trying naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And-
that would have been nice too.
Uh-huh.
But now we have to come back again.
Yeah.
It's like, it sucks.
It's kind of like having hope, you know?
Yeah.
Like waiting on something because everything is so unknown.
Yeah. Who would have thought that coming to Korea would be such a dreadful thing?
I know. A lot of people.
Especially for you.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Jazz, just like enjoy Korea while you're there. Just enjoy
Yeah.
it. And like, this is the first time where I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to come back
Yeah.
because you guys, I have a 9 to 5 job, believe it or not. And yes, I'm working PST hours and it freaking sucks. I think that's the worst part.
Yeah.
I'm like waking up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., depending on meetings. My team knows and they're very flexible. And so some days I wake up at 5, which is totally doable. 5 is doable. But then, I have a meeting at like 3 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll wake up for the meeting, do it really quick, and then I'll go back to sleep. And then I'll wake up and it feels like I'm living like a double life. Kind of like a severance, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I have a brain that turns on for work and
Yeah.
then shuts off. And it feels like it was like a dream almost. Like, oh, did I work on that last night? Or was that a dream? So that's why I didn't want to come back. And
But I mean, I do agree with those people, though. You should.
What?
You should enjoy your time here.
yeah, I am.
Go,
I am
you know,
already.
Do what the girls do. Lashes and nails and all that.
What is that nervous laugh?
You know,
know,
within our means.
Yeah,
Do it.
if you open up that Pandora's box, it will be
That's true.
chaos.
Janice has been very good about following our budget. Actually, we don't even have a budget anymore, but just like not being too spendy
Of course.
and stuff, especially because we're single income or like 1.1 income family right now.
Of course, I know how to be responsible.
Now you do. You're trained.
We trained each other.
Yeah. It's really funny in marriage. That's what we talk about all the time. Like certain things. What are certain things that I'm trained in and you're trained in?
Well, I think you've learned to let go of your very strict bachelor budgeting and also retiring at 40. You've let that
Yeah.
go.
Well, I mean, that's not like a training thing, though.
I think I did train you though, because in the beginning you were still set on retiring at 40 and making me part of that journey. Be part of that journey.
I mean, it's more like that's what I wanted to do. But once we got married and we talked about it, you just told me like that's not something that interests you. It's not a goal of yours. You don't want a house. Janice used to say, well, I don't want a house. So like, why do we have to save money?
I said,
And
that's
now-
your goal, not mine.
Now all she says is, when can we get a house?
I want our own place.
Yeah.
Even if it's not buying a house, I'd like to rent our own place.
So I think that was like a natural change in the goal, you know? But in terms of training, that's like,
I see.
what I mean by that is like things, behavior that really changed because of the other person. Like, for example, one thing for me would be like, the whole lifting the seat up to pee, a classic.
That was very quick training though. You did it immediately.
I'm a fast learner.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but like that, yeah. And then even like her mom was a big stickler about, because now that I moved into their house, it's like I'm trained by Janice, but also by
My parents.
a little bit, yeah. But actually, I don't like that. I don't like that phrase.
Trained by my
Yeah, yeah.
parents.
Trained only by my wife. Parents, draw the line. Anyway,
Yeah.
closing the seat lid before you flush. Which that one was quick too, because I never even thought about it. But like
Yeah.
when you flush all the particles, small particles get everywhere on your toothbrush and stuff.
Ew,
So
gross.
I do that now.
I have one lesson that I'm in the process of training you in.
Okay, share it.
David is really good about doing the dishes. When I ask him to, he'll do it. But for me,
When you ask me to, I do it
You'll do
without
it.
asking. Please give me some credit.
you'll
I do
do
the
it.
dishes a lot.
That's
actually.
true. If I cook, you wash the dishes. If you cook, I'll wash the dishes for the
Okay.
most part.
Well, I will say there's lots of full service times as well.
That's true
We
on
call
your
it
part.
full service.
Yeah.
Where you cook and clean.
Well, yeah, especially these days because you're content creator.
Exactly. I have a
food.
little bit more flexibility, so I can do that.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
do it.
Okay, no, for sure. You get the credit. I'll give you,
You
the
gotta
credit.
you gotta be careful here.
I know.
Podcasting is scary now.
It is a little scary now because you have to be careful of what you say. Like you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be vulnerable, but it might rub people the wrong way. So, anyways, like many husbands out there, David also is very good about doing the dishes. But one thing for me is I've always learned that when I do the dishes, the final thing that you do to complete the job is getting the net from the sink and
Oh my God.
like,
I do that.
dumping out the trash, the food
I do
particles. You don't do that every time.
Okay,
So,
maybe not 100% of the time,
Yes.
but most times I do it.
yeah. For me, without that, the job is not done. You must do that to complete the job. And actually, I think this is a great segue. I know we talked about it in the past 2 episodes, but we finished when Life Gives You Tangerines recently.
Yeah.
복삭 속았수다. Definitely one of our favorite dramas of all time.
Yeah.
And just like talking about these topics about like parents, me being like the first child, guilt, that drama just like encapsulates all of those things.
Yeah, especially for you as a first daughter.
Yeah. And I cried the most during the dad and daughter scenes. Yeah, David noticed. He was like,
There are themes, like certain themes in movies or media that really tug at your heartstrings. And
Yeah.
for Janice, it's always the dad, daughter,
Yeah.
or even just dad stuff.
not but like the mom daughter too, it was very like heartwarming. But the dad daughter dynamic,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Every time.
Maybe it's because my dad.
It's because you love your dad more.
That's not true.
It is.
That's not true. I
It
think he
is.
just has kind of like a soft spot in my heart. I feel like my mom.
Eunice, if you're listening to this, please comment below which parent loves Janice the most and which parent Janice loves the most, because you and your dad, Eunice and her mom.
Oh, you think my mom loves Eunice more than me, and then my
Yeah.
dad loves me more than my sister.
Yeah.
More than Eunice. I see. Oh, it's not. That's I mean, I know my parents love us equally, but maybe like they depend on one more than the other. Actually, both my parents depend on me more than my sister.
Yeah. Well, you're the golden child. But see,
Yeah.
that's it. No, yeah, you're the golden child, but Eunice gets extra love from your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, your dad still loves her too.
Yeah.
You guys both are loved
Yeah.
a lot, but like super duper loved.
Yeah. That drama was so good. And I just tear up just thinking about it because like you said, there are so many themes in that drama. And I feel like there's so many themes that different people can relate to. And for me, it was the dad and the daughter.
Yeah.
What was one thing that really
One
tugged on you,
thing, I
your
mean,
heart?
I really liked how they kept like, it's like flashbacky,
Yeah.
where it shows, how the parent was in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but also like as they got older, looking back at where their parents were at that same age, because that's what we do today. It's like, our parents had like 2 young kids already by now
Yeah,
at our age.
that's true.
So it was good.
Yeah.
No tears from me, but I got a little. I felt something.
Oh.
So it's a step forward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had a little, no tears, but little.
Was it the relationship between Esun and Kwanshik, like their strong love for each other, reminded you
I
of
didn't-
us too?
No,
Oh.
I didn't really have a theme for me. It was just like
Okay,
it was just
overall.
good.
Yeah.
Overall,
And I feel like this is the first drama where like they had reoccurring themes, just kind of like they brought it back throughout the whole drama.
Yeah.
Like spoiler alert.
whoa.
What? I mean, everyone must have watched it by
No,
now.
it's not that old. You got
Okay, fine.
you leave that out.
Okay, there is one thing that happens. I won't say what, because maybe some people didn't watch the whole thing yet, but they kept bringing that back, and it's so real because it just doesn't end in one episode. It's like a lifetime, like thought that will keep coming up,
Yeah,
and so I really liked how real they try to keep it.
I felt like they were going a little bit too hard with just trying to make you cry at the end, though.
Oh,
Which
they got me though.
They did.
I cried like 4 times.
The birth giving scene, that stuff. I was like, okay, I know this happens, but like it's a little too much.
Really?
But yeah, everything that they chose was just like so dramatic.
Well, I thought they did a really good job. I've never cried so much in one episode of a drama.
Yeah. Well, you cried multiple times throughout a bunch, but yeah, I mean, it was good.
Yeah, and at the end,
Highly recommend.
by the end of the drama, I don't know. I felt so thankful for David too, because I felt like we're also living our version of, when life gives you tangerines.
Yeah. What do you think about all the people online where they're saying like, "Oh, I want a young Kwan-shik," or what are they saying? "Oh, I want a rich young Kwan-shik." That's what they're saying.
Oh, that's what people are saying?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the reason why he like loves her so much is because he didn't have it all, right?
Exactly.
It's because was he from a wealthy family originally?
I mean, I think it was like more than hers.
Oh yeah. But nothing like crazy.
Yeah,
And they were
'cause
both
the,
poor.
Uncle or someone like gambled it all
Oh
away.
yeah.
Yeah, but I agree.
That's Esun's side. But anyways, they both didn't have much.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think made him like, love her. Like she was his everything. Such a good drama. And now my parents want to watch it. My mom hasn't watched it, so she's saving it to watch with my dad.
Yeah.
Back at home. But it'll be like an even crazier experience for them because it's kind of like their generation.
So what do you think? Are they going to fight or love each other more after the drama?
I hope that they'll fight and then they'll continue to watch it together, and then by the end of the drama, come out strong.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
that
because
would be nice.
a lot of times my parents will watch dramas together and they'll end up fighting.
Yeah.
Because my mom's just so annoying. She'll relate to a character if like the character felt wronged by somebody,
Yeah.
by their husband or something, and she'd be like, "You do that to me all the time," or
Yeah.
something like that. And then my dad's, "All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this." with you."
Or like, because they were high school sweethearts too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, "Oh, remember when you were like this to me? You don't do any of this for me anymore. You used to do everything."
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see. I mean, it is such a good drama, so I hope that they complete it together.
Yeah,
And I'm glad we watched it together. We binged
we did.
like 8 episodes in 2 days.
nah, it was like
3
5.
days?
It was 5 episodes.
In 2 days.
Yeah, because they came out in a series of 4.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
So good. Yeah, I don't know if we'll have a drama that good for a while.
Yeah.
But David did say he'll watch the IU and Pyeonwoo drama with me in fall.
I mean, I'll try it, but I feel like I'll be sorely disappointed.
We'll see. I mean, it's 2 major A-list actors now.
Yeah, but he's not a good actor.
It doesn't matter. They're going to have a good story.
It does matter.
I think in the beginning, like Park Bo-gum wasn't a great actor.
In
And
this drama?
No. I'm saying, I don't think, well, for me personally, I never thought he was like, oh my God, such a great actor.
Yeah.
But then I feel like for an actor and actresses, you also have to meet the right 작품.
For sure. But like, we don't judge the Tangerine drama on Park Bo-gum's old performances. It's who he
That's
was
true.
in this.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was pretty good.
Exactly.
But he was pretty good in this.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Don't judge Pyeonwoo's old past.
I see. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm going to give it a chance.
Okay.
But
No.
I'm just saying, he sucks.
The fact that you are even giving a chance, I will take it. So
Well,
thank
yeah.
you.
I mean, I'll give it a chance, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a really, really good one. Maybe number 1?
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. It's up there for sure.
So anyways, while we're in Korea, is there anything that you want to do? Because you literally only have 6 more days.
Yeah, 6 days. No, not really. I'm just chilling. Just eat a couple places,
Yeah.
Pindaetok, blah, blah, blah.
Of
All the
course.
same stuff
Same
that
thing.
I like. But I'm trying to do one hike. And, one thing I noticed actually this time around, which is different, is there's no one celebrity that is just everywhere. Yeah. Because the first time we came 3 years ago, it was Gong Yu. I didn't know who he was actually. I was just like, who the heck is this guy? He's on every corner.
Before Squid Game too, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. Every corner, he was just everywhere. And then this past October when we came, it was Pyeonwoo. He was everywhere. He was on toothpaste and on coffee shops and stuff. And then, what's his face?
손석구?
No. The guy, the Queen of Tears guy.
Oh, Kim Soo-hyun.
Kim Soo-hyun. He was kind of there too, but it was mostly Pyeonwoo, I think.
Yeah.
And now he's scrubbed from everything. So it seems like it's just kind of empty.
Yeah, that's
Do you feel that way, or is
there are different campaigns that come and go. Maybe people are going to start marketing more for like IU.
maybe?
And
I mean, that would
Purple.
be cool because actually, I mean, yeah. How come there's no like big female celebrity that is everywhere like that? Is that has that ever been?
Yeah, I mean, like Ihuri was the face of soju for so long.
But that's just soju.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's definitely a trend. There's a trend for sure.
I mean, yeah, because people get hot.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But then what females, female actresses,
Jenny.
actors, was she everywhere though?
Who wanna rock like Jenny? Yeah, she's on Tangerines.
Like these guys?
She's on Gentle Monster. She has like soju brands.
She does?
Uh-huh.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta go
That's what
out
I'm
more.
saying.
We gotta go out more.
We do.
Yeah.
I heard back in the day, Kim Yona, she was everywhere.
Oh
but
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I
can
wasn't
believe
here
it.
at that time.
Yeah. So yeah, we have a couple of things to do before you leave. I seriously, I don't know what I'm gonna do without you for a month because I haven't been alone or like separated from you for a month ever. I mean,
Since we were dating.
yeah.
So it's been 5 years.
yeah. So I gotta keep myself busy or else I'm gonna go crazy here.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be at home with my dad.
I know. Oof.
I am very curious how that will go.
I kind of want to troll him a little bit. We'll see.
How?
Like, just put a tripod down and just sit next to him.
He's gonna be so awkward.
Man, I wish you guys could see. The man does not know how to strike a conversation.
Oh, David, that makes me sad.
Well, he doesn't. It's like but he doesn't really do it with you guys much either.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of like, as we get older, my dad, the person who used to be so strong and like outgoing and talkative and social, like as the years are going, he's kind of becoming more like timid, passive,
The
quiet,
testosterone's dropping.
introverted. Exactly. And my mom's becoming like the stronger figure. I mean, she's been kind of like
Yeah.
the head of the household, even though my dad is the one who is the breadwinner. Like she's very spicy
Yeah.
and she's taking over. And I don't know, something about that. Maybe that's why I have a soft spot for my dad, because that image of him has changed so much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And
But it's interesting because, like, in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
when we were dating 10 years ago, we would go out on his boat, right?
yeah.
And then he's always big on, like, you guys should be asking me questions about this boat. It's so cool, like, what I'm doing for you guys.
Uh-huh.
And, why aren't you guys more interested?
Yeah.
But now it's like, now I'm trained in that. So I try
Mm-hmm.
to ask him about his interests. Like if he comes back from a trip or whatever, I try to ask him about it. And he's just like, oh, 뭐, 좋았어, 괜찮았어. And that's it. All right, cool.
Oh, thank
Sweet.
you for trying. Thank you for trying. That means a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's becoming more introverted, maybe.
Yeah.
And, he has his own issues too. So he's working through a lot. And so that's why, my dad is very special to me. And like my mom, on the other hand, she gets like sick a lot. Well, she claims to be sick a
Yeah,
lot.
she's not sick.
I don't know, because she'll like be in Korea for a real long time saying she's going to like doctor visits, and she is, and she's taking care of my 외할머니, her mom, and she is, but then and sometimes I do feel like she will like over dramatize a little bit, maybe
A little bit.
because she's in Korea all alone, and then we'll see her and she looks really good.
Oh
like,
my god.
Skin is glowing in a really nice outfit. And then she's like, oh, I haven't dressed like this ever since like you guys got here. It's my first time in a long time. So, I have a special spot for my mom too. But
so funny because when we all live together at home, we'll be like in the kitchen and Janice's mom will randomly walk in and be like, oh, 머리 아파. Oh,
my head hurts.
Oh, I feel so sick. And then Janice is like, oh, why? Are you okay? Oh, you feel okay? I just stand there because I know she's exaggerating.
She just wants attention sometimes.
Yeah, she just wants attention.
Uh-huh.
But I've tried it too, like, oh, are you okay? And she was, oh, no, I feel so sick. So what am I supposed to do? I just keep going, oh my gosh, oh wow, you must be going through
she
so
wants
much.
you to empathize with her,
Yeah.
sympathize.
But she knows now I don't do that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. Sometimes she'll do it and then she'll just stop and then be normal again.
Because she knows that you're not gonna give it to her.
Yeah. Well, you give it to her and she gets some of that. And
Yeah.
then,
No, but I think she really does feel like very loved these days because growing up, I think I've always favored my dad over my mom.
yeah.
I don't know why. It's just
I know why, but we don't have to share that here.
that's kind of how it was. And then I think after I got married, and then seeing her life in the lens of a wife, as a
Yeah.
daughter-in-law, I grew a bigger heart for my mom.
Yeah.
My heart grew for my mom.
I mean, yeah, she had a hard life.
Yeah, she had a hard life. She also went through a lot with her in-laws and is
Yeah.
still going through a lot with
It's
her
true.
in-laws.
Her
So,
in-laws, Janice's grandparents were staying at.
yeah,
They're so sweet and loving and nice.
to me.
Yeah. To you and to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you hear some of the stuff that happens when her mom's in the picture or like little side comments or things, it's like, oh my gosh, who is this?
Yeah, like my sweet grandma.
Mostly your grandma.
Uh-huh. But every family has their thorn, has their shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyways, that's why I think I learned to understand my mom more. And she feels that for the first time.
Yeah, she does. I think in the past 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
2 years since Mexico.
Yeah. She's just like, oh, I'm so thankful that you finally understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for David.
What do you think happened first? Because there was like this one summer when she came and stayed with the in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when everything changed. When she was like, oh, shoot, I better be nicer to David because I'm doing to him what is happening to me right now.
Yeah.
But did she start being nicer to me first? Or did you start understanding her first?
I think it happened at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like when she went through that and she understood you and she was telling me all these stories about like my grandma giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's literally how David must have felt.
You did say that to her, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what you guys do to David?
Yeah. That's right. I backed you up. Say, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
what I'll
talking
do.
about.
Yeah. So family is so hard, but so much love in family too, And actually, speaking of my grandparents, it's so funny. This morning, so my grandma is kind of hard of hearing now that she's getting older, and my grandpa, he's a very loving man, he's just like very Korean, like super expressive and nice to other people, but then like is so 무뚝뚝하셔, like very stoic
Yeah.
and cold.
Doesn't smile in photos.
Yeah, and, like to his wife.
Dude, he'll be like laughing and have the craziest time. The camera comes out, just like the Kanye West.
Yeah. But then with my grandma especially, right, he's a little more like cold like that to her. And we're always like, you have to treat her well. And he's like, I do. But then this morning, he was like, he just cleared his voice. And my grandma was like, what? Because she can't hear well. And he just stared at her and he just looked away. And she's like, what did you say? And he didn't say anything. And she's like, what did you say? And that picture was so hilarious to me because that's literally me and David. It's like looking into our future because not that I'm hard of hearing. Maybe I am sometimes.
That's going to be me.
Oh, you're going to be
That's
hard of hearing.
crazy, guys.
But
So
like-
many beautiful pros about marrying a wonderful person like Janice. But one thing is her volume control. Oh, it's rough. She's screaming in my ear. I lost hearing like a lot since being married to you.
Well, that's what you get for
Yeah.
marrying a loud girl. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I know. I said so many pros. It's just one of the few cons is I have to give up my hearing. So, in the future, if I give you a what? Sorry, what? It's because of Janice. I'm sorry.
But it's funny because why is my grandma's hearing getting worse when my grandma talks a storm?
She's not loud like you, though.
She can be.
I think hers is just old age.
Maybe, yeah, that's true. But my
Genetics.
grandpa's hearing is fine.
Yeah.
But that it was just so funny because a lot of times I'll mishear something. Like I won't hear what you just said. I'll be like, wait, what? And you're just annoyed, and you're
No,
also
it's
like
it's not
lazy.
mishearing. It's usually misunderstanding the most simple thing.
Okay.
It's
okay.
like,
Yeah. And then at that point, I ask you what once. You're over it and you don't want to explain it.
it's the classic, like the Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
We're watching Spider-Man and then you know.
I'm
I
asking
don't
obvious
remember what it
questions.
was. Yeah, he gets bit by the spider, and then you're like, wait, so he's Spider-Man? It's like those kinds of questions where,
You just like look off into the distance and you don't answer me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
David. And he's just like, and that is my grandpa and my grandma.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I was cracking up and then they both looked at me. They're like, why are you laughing?
Yeah.
I had to explain it. And then my grandma cracked up and my grandpa didn't laugh.
I'm not at the next stage though. The
Mm.
next stage is when your grandma starts yapping a lot.
Uh-huh.
She like gets into the zone and she starts yapping. He just quietly just gets up, goes to his room
Yeah.
and closes the door.
You kind of do that. You run away from me. You literally run away.
No, that's like when you're trying to film a video and I
Oh,
don't want
that's
to be
true.
filmed or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But
So, all of these things is just a cycle.
yeah,
Generations going through these cycles.
yeah. Because you feel like you're still young,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're still young.
but your parents, I guess everybody feels that way. It's like, you feel you're older and you know you're older, your body hurts and stuff, but you still feel like you're still a kid
Yeah.
inside.
In my mind, I feel like I'm 26 years old.
26?
Uh-huh. I don't know why. 26 years old.
What's at 26?
I don't know.
Right before you got married?
Yeah. That's when I felt like, I mean, 26 is much younger than us now. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, actually, 5 years is not that much younger than us. But yeah, we're only getting older day by day, and we got to live to the fullest.
Yep. 30, 32,
32 this year.
almost.
32
Wow.
this year. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wait. My parents had me at 26. So at this age, they had 2 kids. It's like
Oh,
we would
wow.
have 2 kids. And
26?
our first child will be 5 years old. So that's our latest update on our lives. Thank you for listening. It's a lot of repetitive stuff because, IVF is huge in our lives right now. We're trying to get a baby. We're not going to travel after this. We're in Korea. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like in the next month or so, our lives may change completely, drastically. Or it might just stay the same.
What is your plan? I know you guys said just like don't ask or something.
Oh,
it's just don't ask?
after? Yeah,
But
don't ask.
You're giving all these updates.
I know. I'll reveal it eventually on my own time.
Okay.
Because for me, I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer. I'm just doing it for fun and to update people who might be curious and to support couples who might be going through the same thing as us. Because
Yeah.
I have heard that, our updates do comfort some people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A few, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So to me, that's worth it. And I'm going to be here out by myself. So I'm just going to create more videos, go out and eat more matchips, maybe do a solo day trip because you don't want to go with me.
Day trip where?
I want to go to this place called Mukho. Shout out to Haley.
Oh.
Who suggested
Go with
that.
Jay.
I'm not going to go on a trip with
Okay.
Jay.
What do you guys think? Jay, one of my besties, and Janice, you guys know we've been traveling together, have a great time. Jay and Janice are close, and I'm going to be gone. Jay's, a lot of Jay's close friends have moved out of Korea. He still has some, but, you guys are close. We're all close. Go on a trip together. You guys like the same stuff. When we were in Barcelona, I always tell the story when they would just go off without me to go visit cute cafes.
Cute cafes.
Cute little dainty cafes that Jay loves.
I will go to cafes.
Well, why don't you guys like the same stuff?
I know. I'll go to cafes and I'll go get lunch with him, but I've never gone on a one-on-one trip with a boy that's not my boyfriend.
Well, it's a day trip though. It's not like you guys are sleeping in the same place.
I mean, you said,
I did.
What if I get like really stressed with my grandparents? He's like, oh, just go stay at Jay's. I'm like, without you? Why would I go stay at? I mean, I love Jay and Jay's one of my very good friends too. And I appreciate that you guys are best friends and all that, but I'm not going to go stay at his place.
Well, it's a separate room.
It doesn't matter. And also you never even asked him.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, just go over and stay at Jay's.
Yeah. But it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'll definitely hit him up for coffee and lunch, but I don't know if I could do a whole day trip. And I don't think he can stand me for a whole day. So
That's the bigger issue, actually.
can he stand me for a whole day?
That's a great question.
Well, I guess this is the last podcast session before you leave.
Really?
Yeah. Only, I mean, unless you want to squeeze in another.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, because I'm sure you'll be busy too. But, David, thank you so much for coming on to the Honey Jam podcast, as always.
Wait, is Kangchu done?
No, you have a Kangchu?
I think you guys need to bring back some segments.
Yes, I know.
You know what's a fun segment that I always wanted to do with you and Jess? Is
it better be good.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
What the heck, dude?
Okay, ready? I'm just randomly finding this. I didn't prepare this ahead of time.
You're just gonna make me look stupid.
Should I do easier than fifth grader?
No, I think I'm smarter than a fifth grader.
Okay, let's just do a handful today.
Okay, sure.
And if it's popular, then you could continue this segment.
Fine.
Because you guys had Idiom Idiots. Or was that a segment or was that
It wasn't. It was just an
an episode. Okay, well, here we go. What is the square root of 81?
9. Come on, man.
Okay. That's good. I mean, it's easy, but I thought, you don't know how many feet in a yard. You might not know what square root is. What planet is closest to the sun?
Earth.
Oh, we got one. Oh,
just kidding. It's Saturn. It's Saturn.
Oh, we got
Pluto?
You're going further. You're going further.
Wait, is not the Earth right by the sun?
Okay, this is why this segment needs to stay.
Wait. You're so red. Wait, I'm getting red.
Oh my
Wait, is it
gosh.
Earth right by the sun?
Dude, wow.
Wait, what? Okay, which planets are right by the sun? Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, Venus.
Okay.
Venus.
That
and Mars.
is closer.
And Mars.
Mars is red.
Yeah.
So I could see why you think it's closer to the sun.
Gas.
No, Jupiter's the gas one.
Oh.
And Saturn.
So Jupiter and Saturn are the closest to the sun.
No.
I said Saturn.
No, those ones are further away.
Oh, which one is it?
Wait,
I seriously don't. Well, okay. Let
You
me go,
really thought Earth
let me
was
go
number
through
one.
all the. I know it's definitely not Uranus because it's cold.
Uranus.
Uranus is cold.
Yeah. What about
Saturn,
Pluto?
I said Pluto.
I know. Why though?
I don't know.
Why would you say Pluto?
I don't know. I'm just okay. At this point, I'm just trying to name all the planets.
You
okay?
know, like when they were questioning if Pluto's a planet or not.
I thought that was Uranus.
Oh, was it?
So
No, it's Pluto. Well, you're tricking me. It's
Uranus,
Pluto.
Saturn, Jupiter, Mars.
Okay, yeah, those are all the far ones. So you know some.
Okay, I can't think of any others right now. Give me the first letter.
Mercury.
Oh, Mercury.
It's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
Oh, wow. What else?
What do you mean? What
That's
else?
it. Mercury is the closest to the sun.
Yeah, Mercury's the closest to the sun.
Oh. I wouldn't have guessed that. Like, I wouldn't have known that. I really am curious. Am I
Wait,
I'm
but
curious.
it's Pluto that they didn't think was a planet.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Let's do a couple more.
Okay.
Let's do a couple more.
That was pretty good though.
Wow.
Mercury.
You know what's going to happen is it's really funny. Shout out to our girl Jane. Every time Janice gets one of these situations where she doesn't know something, she wants to feel understood.
Yeah.
First person she texts, Jane.
Jane Kim.
Jane Kim, do you know?
How many feet in a yard? What is the closest planet to the sun? What planet is the closest to the sun?
Okay, let's do, some of these are just kind of so let me try to find a good one.
You're telling me fifth graders know that?
Yeah, dude. Well, they all learned that.
I don't remember the order of the planets like that.
Okay, if you guys didn't know, Janice, until last year, didn't know the
It was not
colors
last year.
of the rainbow.
It was 2 years ago.
All right, hit me. What are they?
Roy G. Biv.
What does that mean?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
All right, you're learning. Very good. Very good.
Roy G. Biv. Okay, but like a lot of people, I feel like don't really know Roy G. Biv too.
I would bet money that at least 90% of the people,
No.
maybe 98% 98%.
Like of our friends.
No, of the listeners.
Oh, 98?
Okay, if you guys don't know the colors of the rainbow, please expose yourselves and comment down below.
Yeah.
Also, please, it's been a while since we've got some 5-star ratings on Honey Jam.
That's right.
So please, if you got this far, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Give it a little review, a 5-star rating.
Give us some nice ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcast, please. The reason why, like how I even got to know what Roy G. Biv was, we were hanging out, shout out to Diana, the Pax, and their 2 sweet daughters, Zoe and Riley, and we were coloring and drawing, and we were starting to draw rainbows. I started to color my rainbow, but I did it differently. You know, I did like a yellow first, and then blue, purple, pink. And then Riley was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's the rainbow." They're like, no, that's not. This is a rainbow." And they all drew it correctly in Roy G. Biv order.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, well, what order is that?" And then they literally how old is Riley? 5, 6?
Nah, she's older than that now.
At the time.
I don't remember.
I think she was 6. This 6-year-old just laughed in my face. She's like, "That's not a rainbow. That's not how you color a rainbow." And I was so embarrassed.
Do you know which way the colors go?
Yeah, it's red first.
Wait, what's first?
Like at the very top arch.
Oh, the biggest one?
Yeah, I believe. I think, parentheses.
That's a good one. Well, I should prepare some more for
next time.
but-
Yeah, I would like to test it. But, Jess is smarter than me. That's a fact.
Well, I used to think so.
She is. She
Well,
is.
Intelligence is measured in different ways. You know?
Yeah.
You have this weird thing where you're not good at these, these
Yeah.
types of things.
Yeah.
But
But I don't know if that makes me feel better.
I thought Jess would be good,
Yeah.
but she's also bad.
She's smart. She's smart.
She is smart. You're smart too,
Thank you.
but just in a different way.
That makes me 더 기분 나빠. It makes me feel worse. They're like, everyone's like, "Yeah, Jonas, you might not have high EQ, but you have really high EQ."
But you said EQ twice. You mean
I said IQ. You want to play back?
Yeah.
I said,
how much you want to bet?
"Let's bet $100 right
Okay.
here."
$100.
The folks heard it first. I said IQ and then EQ.
Okay.
So people will say, "Yeah, maybe your IQ is a little questionable, but your EQ is super high, Janice. You have really good EQ." I'm like, "Thanks."
No, your IQ is not low,
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I got to UCLA.
which has nothing to do with IQ. But you did get into UCLA. I'm a measly Cal State grad.
Hey, respect to Cal States.
Hey, respect. I got paid to go to school. How
That's
about you?
right. Thank you all for listening. David, we'll
Thanks
have
for
you
having
back.
me back.
We'll have you back again.
It was good. I felt a little rusty at first.
You
but,
did? It was good. It was
I'm
great.
back.
It was
I'm
great.
back.
Do you have any 강추s for songs? I don't know why I'm in the mood for songs.
I do, actually. Like the Flawed Mangoes?
No.
He's a dude who does they call it hopecore.
Okay.
It's like soft guitar.
Oh.
And a lot of people in his comments say like, "Oh, you saved my life. Your stuff is just so deep and uplifting." I like that stuff.
Can you play it?
On here?
Yeah.
So I've been in this instrumental type season right now.
Yeah, he has a very wide range of music interest. Flawed Mangoes.
Does this get copyrighted?
Maybe. Okay, you get the idea. Very soothing.
Yeah.
Very calming. It's nice, but I feel like I
3
get a little
minutes.
bored.
Yeah. But it's like, when I'm walking the streets of Seoul or something, when I'm riding and I'm just chilling. It's nice.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of that kind of music that I've been listening to these days.
David does have a very good taste in music. He introduced me to Wolfpack when we
did.
first started dating, before they got kind of mainstream.
Yeah, before all you KCMers started posting about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh."
But then it wasn't me, actually. That was from my brother.
Oh, your brother.
he's
who's
the-
a true musician.
Yeah. He's the one. I would show him a couple songs
Yeah.
that I like and my style, what I like about it. I had a phase where I was into jazzy with piano, jazz with the beat, that kind of stuff.
Oh.
And then he'll be like, "Oh, okay.
Nas X, or what's his name? Never mind, sorry, go ahead.
And then he'll just be like, okay, well, you should try listening to like these and let me know what you think. And then he'll send me a couple and then I'll listen to them. I'm like, oh, I really like this one. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see where your mind's at. And he'll give me more. And they all are just good. He was like the Spotify algorithm.
Wow.
Discover Weekly. before Discover
Wow.
Weekly. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, he took all of the music talent.
Yeah, okay.
And he's good. He plays all the instruments.
Yeah.
He had a band at one point, and now he's trying to DJ right on the side.
He's just dabbling. He
Yeah.
just does everything. I think he still does. He's doing his own song stuff too.
Yeah, he's a very creative guy. I think like both David and Chris got their mom's creative genes because my mother-in-law, she's a very talented piano player, very good singer. All of her sisters sing. So Chris got all of that. But then I feel like, David, you're more of like an artist in a different way, like with your, drawings and like, ideas.
I'm definitely an idea guy.
Yeah, that's creativity too.
It is creativity. But I don't think that's from my mom.
Really?
She's not like that.
But I think like,
I think my dad was like that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because he was
a
more
genius.
entrepreneurial.
That's true.
But yeah,
That is interesting.
I've been slacking a little bit.
Yeah, you got to bring it back.
Gotta just, you gotta just put it out there,
I feel like you've gone past that of like, fighting your fear.
Well, like for the videos and stuff, yeah. I mean, I'll just put it out there. I don't care anymore. But I'm talking about like an actual product.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
because I got
Pop
some
Pack?
ideas, Yeah, Pop Pack and some other stuff, but
You're a
yeah,
little scared. I mean, it does involve more money too.
yeah. But yeah, I just gotta do it.
This is
so.
super random, but David and Chris, David's older brother, apparently, two very handsome men. I get this wrong every time. But Chris was known to be the good-looking one, and David was known to be the cute one.
No,
It's
that's
always
wrong.
wrong.
It's always wrong. Always wrong.
Chris was known to be the cute one. I'll say it wrong, and David's like, no, you got it wrong. Chris was cute, and I was the handsome one.
Yeah, I'll take handsome over cute any day.
Wait, why? Cute's nice. Maybe it's because you're cute to me, and that's why I keep labeling you as that.
Nah. But ladies, see
Oh, yes.
this face, but 2 years older.
Yeah, which is
You want
great.
that? Holla at me. I'll connect you.
Yeah,
You
Chris
gotta be a
is
nice. He's 33,
living in Chicago.
living in Chicago.
Free spirit.
He doesn't need a Korean girl. So whatever you are, if you're in Chicago and maybe you want to get set up on a blind date,
Ooh. DM us.
DM Honey Jam.
Yeah, actually, though, he is a very talented photographer.
Yeah, he's an architectural photographer for some company. And then he does lots of music on the side. He's like me, but with a bunch of tattoos
Yeah.
and musical.
And girls love tattoos.
Girls love tattoos. He's a very nice, sweet guy.
Yeah, he's like so sweet. So patient.
Yeah.
Helps around with all of the house chores.
Yeah.
Is a great son.
Well, I do that too.
No, I know. But I'm talking about in your parents' house specifically.
Well, I don't live there.
Well, yeah, I'm saying your parents depend on your brother a lot.
And me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, but I'm saying he's the first child. Come on, we're trying to sell your brother out.
He's the
right now.
Changson.
Yes, Changson of the
Yeah,
Jeong.
so, let us know.
Yeah. He really does look like David. A little more cute way, though, because you're handsome.
Okay, you can't end on that. You gotta,
Thank you guys for listening once again.
that's it? No, you can't end on that.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can't end on that. But yeah.
I know. I get what it is. You don't want to leave. You want to stay.
What do we got? What's left?
You don't want to. He wants to stay on the podcast, guys.
No, not the podcast. I'm just saying you can't end on just a call for a woman.
Why not? We've done that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess we did it for Jay too.
Yeah, we shouted out Jay.
Yeah.
We got a couple messages for him.
Yeah, I don't know why I got all these like good-looking guys around me. Jay, my brother. So I'm trying to help you guys out.
That's right.
This is my gift to the Honey Jam community.
Quality men.
Yeah.
And they have no idea that you're selling them right now.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time today, David? How was it?
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I'm going to miss you, man.
Honey Jam Pod. Leave a like. a 5-star review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'll miss you too. We need some other guests on here.
Yeah, we'll have new guests.
That's what you should do
Try to
while I'm gone.
poach some guests.
Yeah,
I can't
just
do it.
do some one-on-one pods.
I can't do it without you or Jess. I'm sorry.
Do it, Jay.
Jay again. He was a great guest, very popular guest.
Yeah.
So yeah, please look forward to our next episodes, and yeah, we will see you next time.
Bye.